Yo, what is up guys, Vanos here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about two big topics from Modern Warfare 3 that's been going around for the last few weeks. So one of them is the AK-74U. A lot of people are wondering if there's going to be a gun DLC for multiplayer, and the other big topic is having COD4 and Modern Warfare 2 maps coming back for Modern Warfare 3 DLC content. So there's good news and there's bad news, guys. So I'm going to start off with the bad news because I want to end on a high note. So let's talk about the AK-74U. So the reason why people think there's going to be a gun DLC, and specifically the AK-74U, is because one, in the campaign they had the AK-74U, they just didn't bring it to multiplayer, and the second reason is because on their Facebook page they posted a picture of all the guns in Modern Warfare 3, and that picture had the AK-74U, so people were kind of putting together a puzzle and jumping to conclusions thinking they're going to have a gun DLC. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys think it's a really simple task because they had it in single player, maybe they could just convert it to multiplayer, no problem. Well, unfortunately that's not the case according to Mark Rubin from Infinity Ward, and by the way, he's done a great job at answering a bunch of questions on Twitter, so if you guys aren't following him, make sure to do that. I'm going to leave his link in the description. But anyways guys, he's been answering a lot of questions about the AK-74U and the gun DLC, and the clear answer is no, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to read over a few tweets just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So in this first one, somebody was asking about the picture on the Facebook page and why it had the AK-74U, and then Mark replied, that was a list of guns that were in the single player which has the AK-74U, which is where the rumor started. And over here in another tweet, he actually explains why there could not be a gun DLC. So he says that the problem is the map, characters, guns, etc. take up almost all the available RAM, so no space for new guns. So he clearly says in these tweets that one, that was a confusion with the Facebook page and the picture, and secondly, they cannot have a gun DLC due to technical issues. And one more guy asked him a question about why DICE and Battlefield 3 could actually have gun DLC, and he replied that if they plan on selling guns after launch, then they have the game ready for it. We didn't plan on selling guns. So it's something that they had to plan for before the game came out and construct a game based around being able to have gun DLC. It's not something they can magically add in. So unfortunately, the answer to this mystery about the AK-74U is a big no, and I know this sucks, but hopefully they could have some gun DLC for the next Call of Duties. And I know a lot of commentators out there are kind of getting your hopes up and talking about this subject, so hopefully this answers that question. But anyways, let me get into the next subject about whether or not they're going to have COD4 or Modern Warfare 2 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3. So he answered a bunch of tweets about this, and it's going to give us an idea of what to expect. So the first guy here asked, how different are the Modern Warfare 2 maps to Modern Warfare 3? Like you said, it's not easy to bring COD4 maps over, but what about Modern Warfare 2? So he responded that Modern Warfare 2 maps are easier, but it's not just a matter of simply dropping them in. There's a lot of work that has to be done. So based on this tweet, most likely if they're going to be bringing back an old map, it's going to be from Modern Warfare 2 because it is easier for them to do. And he also talks about how it's not a really simple task. So I would think if they're going to bring any maps at all, they're only going to bring back one or two. Now in the next tweet here, he actually gives us some information of what map to expect. So this person here asked, why was Shipbreaker and Terminal in Modern Warfare 3 maps on PS3? And he responded, prep for upcoming maps. Terminal is still on the fence, but we are ready to launch that one. So there you go guys, that's some good news. He actually says that the map Terminal for Modern Warfare 2 is ready for them to release. They just have to get permission from Activision in order to release it. And I know it doesn't say that they need permission from Activision in this tweet, but I actually read it somewhere else in one of his other tweets, so I know this is confirmed. He's actually just waiting for permission from Activision to be able to release this map. And another great thing is that this map is probably going to be free, and the reason why I say this is because we know it's not part of the regular DLC since they're still on the fence of whether or not they're actually going to release it, and this means it's going to be separate from all the DLC content, which means it's going to be a free map. And I know a lot of you guys think that Activision and Infinity Ward are too greedy to do that, but realistically I do think they're going to do it, and I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be negative in the comment section and say that it's not going to be free, but this is just my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I read through a lot of tweets, so it's kind of hard for me to remember, but I think that Mark Rubin actually said that he wants it to be free, and it's ultimately not his decision, but it still increases the likelihood of the maps actually being free. But anyways, going back to the tweets here, somebody asked about Rust and Shipment, and he answers that Rust and Shipment were on a wish list but are not in development. So it's something that they hope for and would like to bring to Modern Warfare 3, but they're not working on it at the moment, so it's not something that I would keep my hopes up for, just something that, maybe we could see later in the future as a bonus. But like I said, realistically, if there's one map that we could expect, it's definitely Terminal, so hopefully we could see that in the next few months. But anyways guys, there's just a few other points that I read on a site site, talking about a few things that Mark Rubin said in a few of his tweets, and one of them is that they're actually trying to have face-off implemented into survival mode, and that would be pretty good because I find survival mode's always a lot more fun when the maps are smaller. So that's good news. Hopefully they could do that, but there's no promises. And one more thing is that they actually just had a patch update, and the only thing that's worth mentioning is the fact that they reduced the blast radius of Deadman's Hand by approximately 25%. So this is great news, even though I think it's bullshit that they have that thing in the game. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was informative. I know a lot of commentators haven't talked about these subjects yet, so I would really appreciate if you guys could leave a thumbs up, show your support for the channel, and if you guys have some more time, make sure to go check out the other videos right here. I have a pretty sweet shotgun montage and another video talking about some zombies confirmed information. And if you guys are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. The links will be below. And have a great day, guys, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with whiskey, drinking Jim Beam. Yeah, baby, do you do it that way? Do you do that? Do you take a ray? Yeah, you know that I'm a beast when I kill it on the beach. Like it's sex on the beach, like it's Malibu, take it to the California.